It's a beautiful Monday morning in the city of Lagos, Southwest Nigeria. My name is Damlola Ogunshaki, and I'm starting with Vanguard on the paper review this morning. Vanguard's leading story says democracy survives. How Benin Republic coup failed. That's coming from federal government. Benin Interior foreign ministers speak. A dozen soldiers arrested. Nigerian Air Force conducts multiple precision airstrikes on fleeing coup plotters. Federal government, ECOWAS, African Union condemn attempted takeover. ECOWAS deploys troops to Benin Republic. You can see this story on page 5 of Vanguard newspaper. And the left, we have a picture showing a president of Benin Republic and also face of a coup plotter. Now, on page 6, federal government secures release of 100 school children abducted in Niger State. Serap to INEC. Explain missing 55.9 billion naira voted for 2023 poll materials. List smart card readers, ballot paper, others. On page 6, we have police storm kidnappers camp in Abuja, rescue 7 victims. Arrest suspected killers of retired judge in Delta. On page 8, PDP crisis, weakest camp moves to reorganize state chapters, conduct fresh congresses convention. Top banner left, we have on page 8, Labour Party reps to Tinubu and APC, prioritize welfare, security of people, not 2027 politics. Amid blackouts, NEC exports clash as Disco's revenue rises to 1.7 trillion naira. Billing collection efficiencies on the rise is coming from NEC. Experts disagree, say customers are being cheated. And that's on Financial Vanguard. And lastly, on the Vanguard newspaper, UBA Group dominates 2025 Bankers Awards, emerges African's Bank of the Year, wins the best bank in 9 out of 20 African subsidiaries. Page 29 has that story. Away from that, we move to the Punch. The Punch, a major headline, says security crisis. Tinubu Macron hold talks as United States fact finders arrive. U.S. delegation meets NSA, visits Benue, Nigeria, France, high security parts. Bandit release 100 Niger pupils. You can see that story on page 2. Defection rumors rise as Fubara faces mounting assembly fire. Coastal Highway, Cross River residents get 1 billion naira compensation. On page 7, Anambra prison inmate wins International Whistleblower Award. And the top right corner of the Punch newspaper, Nigeria's World Bank debt to it $9.65 billion. Lastly on the Punch, Abiodun Adeboye Associate honor Adedoyin at 90th birthday Thanksgiving. Away from there, we'll move to the Nation. The major headline on the Nation says Ribado in talks with the United States team. You can see that on news page 4. 100 Niger pupils out of hostage, 14 victims freed from Enugu forest, 7 taken out from Kaduna forest, and the kicker says day of rescue. You can see that on news page 31. And lastly, on the Nation newspaper, Nigerian sent fighter jet ground forces as troops for a coup in Benin Republic. You can see that story on page 8 of the Nation newspaper. Away from that, we'll move to the Guardian. The Guardian's major headline says relief in Cotonou as NAF. Joint force repel coup plotters in Benin Republic. Page 6 has a story. And page 7, shipping lines decry $4.6 million stowaway repatriation yearly fine in Nigeria. PDP faction Malls convention hosts meeting in Wike's residence. Again, UBA Group dominates 2025 Bankers Awards. Concern over fiscal governance as 2026 budget misses a timeline. And directly below the banner on page 3, we have federal government secures release of 100 abducted Niger school children. Now, lastly, on the Guardian newspaper, teledensity is 81% as Nigerians consume 1.23 million terabytes of data amid high cost. Page 3 of the Guardian has the story. And that's what we have on the front pages of the dailies. Join us after the break for a brief analysis of some of the stories. Welcome back. If you are just joining me, this is Today the News on Vanguard Live. My name is Damola Ogushaki. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu yesterday commended the gallantry of Nigeria's military for responding swiftly to the request by the government of the Benin Republic to save its 35-year-old democracy from coup plotters who struck at dawn yesterday. Now, a statement by his special advisor to the president, Information on Strategy, Bayo Ononuga, said the federal government, acting on two separate requests from the government of Benin, President Tinubu first ordered Nigerian Air Force fighter jets to enter the country and take over the airspace to help dislodge the coup plotters from the national TV and military camp where they had regrouped. Now, in the second request, the authorities in Benin requested the deployment of Nigerian Air Force assets within the Beninese airspace for surveillance and rapid intervention operations under Benin-led coordination. A constitutional order was upended in the Republic of Benin, Nigerian neighbor, where some soldiers led by Colonel Tijuri announced a coup on Sunday morning. They seized the national TV and claimed they had toppled President Patrice and suspended all democratic institutions. And it took some hours before the government's loyal forces, assisted by Nigeria, took control and flushed out the coup plotters from the national TV. And in his remark after the restoration of the democratic constitutional order, President Tinubu saluted the Nigerian armed forces for standing firm as a protector and defender of democracy. And there's more to that story. You can get it on our website. Now, away from that, the Nigerian authorities have secured the release of 100 kidnapped school children, a United Nations source and local government said Sunday. The children from St. Mary's Catholic School in Papiri are said to be handed over to the local government officials in Niger State on Monday, according to the source. The freeing of the 100 children was confirmed to AFP by presidential spokesman Sunday Diary, though the fate of 165 students and staff thought to remain in the kidnappers' hands was unclear. And recalling the attack, which took place in November, 315 people were seized, 303 students and 12 teachers. Approximately 50 pupils escaped within the first 24 hours and were reunited with their families, leaving 265 victims in kidnap. And there's more to that story, and you can get it on our website and also in the dailies. This is what we have to draw the curtain today. My name is Damlola Ogunshakin. Do want to like and follow us on all our social media platforms showing on your screen. You can also visit our website, www